Cool kids. You know, I often think to myself, what does it all mean? You know, what is the meaning of it all? Why do we do the things we do? Let's get existential today with my latest video for your enjoyment. What are you stacking? Why are you stacking? When does stacking cease to be stacking and become a sick addiction, an inescapable and terrible compulsion which forces you to do things that are against your best interests? I don't know. But I think we're going to explore it. I think we're going to try to find points where maybe you should sit back and wait this one out. I mean, let's face it, guys. Everyone watching this channel has probably had the collector gene. Yeah, the compulsion to hoard or collect things all their life. How many of you had baseball cards when you were a kid? Comic books. Huh? You like comic books? Did you read comics when you were little? Huh? Where does it all end? I mean, it's maddening, really, when you think about it. I mean, what kind of mind-boggling junk have you collected in your life? Just taking up dust and space in your house, man. I mean, look at me. I'm collecting miniatures. I've got board games coming out like Yoo-Hoo. I mean, what in the world am I thinking? But, on the other hand, what's the difference between collecting all that stuff and collecting the precious metals? And the thing is, you can come into one of two camps. One camp is there is no difference. Collecting this stuff is the exact same thing as collecting magic cards or Pokemon or gourmet board games on Kickstarter, for example. This kind of stuff here, I mean, you can see the argument, right? This is the premier deluxe stuff that everybody wants, right? Some of you are like, what is that even? I don't even know what that is. What do you mean premier and deluxe? Nothing premier and deluxe about that. Those people might be right. I don't know. But the question is, when does it become a problem to be buying this? When does this become an issue? And when do we need a tissue? And the answer is when it's hurting your finances. So if next month's rent is questionable, okay, you're doing it wrong. If you don't have a substantial amount of cash to pay for any rainy days, you're probably doing it wrong. I am not a financial advisor, by the way. I just play one on TV. But I would say that, yeah, you're probably doing it wrong. If I were to venture a guess, you're probably messing up a little bit. And you probably need to wait to stack until you have an emergency fund. Right? In your little back pocket here. I hope that makes sense. I hope that didn't hurt anybody's feelings. Did I hurt your fifis? Did you know they were still making silver coins in 1970? Did you know that? Go Netherlands! Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty cool, right? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew it was true? Had to be you. Yeah. So the thing is, you need to be one looking at why am I buying precious metals. As you might have noticed, I have a lot of different kinds of precious metals. I'm not trying to brag, but I don't know of anyone that I've ever met that has a more varied stack than I do. Now, does that make my stack better? No, not at all. Not in the least. Not saying that. But I do have a nice selection of delicious silvers and silver accessories. And this makes me smile because, quite frankly, I mean, just look at that caravel. Isn't it nice? It's nice. I think it's nice. I like caravels. And if you don't have one, I really can't recommend enough that you consider getting one of these in your collection. Just think about it. You don't have to do it. You just have to think about it. I mean, man, isn't it? Look at that. Isn't that something? That sure is something. It's a nice coin as far as these things go, and I don't know. I think they're nice. I like them, but you guys might hate them. Let me know in the comments. You know, maybe you're more of a Norwegian silver kind of person. Maybe you like your Nordic stuff. Yeah. Well, you know, there's nothing wrong with that. Variety's the spice of life, I've always said. Maybe you're not into that European thing. Maybe you want something from the Middle East, something Asian and exotic. Maybe you're feeling some Shaw action and you want to explore Persia. You can do that. The key is that you're not breaking the bank while you do this, okay? Oh, by the way, I have an update, guys. So I did some research on this metal I got. You guys remember this metal? We got it below melt, if I remember right, at the time of purchase. So these medals were made for a fun party the Shah had in 1971, the summer of 1971. He invited all the poshest, coolest cats in the world that would come, you know. And they were handing these. There was a gold variety also of. Anyway, they were handed out at that party. So that's pretty sweet, right? So cool to have that. I was able to find some information on it finally. I still haven't found a vintage. Yeah, couldn't tell you how many there are, but I doubt there's too many if it was just for a party. Yeah. You guys can be asking yourself, am I collecting or am I stacking? Does it really matter? And the answer is, if you're buying, you know, this kind of 80% stuff from Austria and you're paying, you know, nice prices for it, you're probably stacking. If you're buying Maria Teresa Thalers and you're paying way over melt for them, like they go really high. Have you guys noticed these coins go really high? Do a sold search on eBay on these coins. I mean, it blows my mind, I'll be honest with you, because I mean, they're not rare. They're pretty common coins. They're popular and they're cool, but they're not rare by any stretch of the imagination. You know, now if you were talking about, you know, an old coin like this, you know, maybe we would understand, you know. This is actually from 1784, you know. It actually is a big old honking crown made of silver. But I don't know. I don't make the rules. I'm meandering on here. I want to know what you guys think is the point where you need to stop stacking. You need to take a step back and you need to say, am I blowing my wad on a depreciating asset? Or am I building a bridge to my future by buying something when it's low? You know? And that really is the crux of the question. And that's what you need to figure out. What is your point where you say enough is enough? Like, how low would silver have to go for you to stop buying it? How low would this stuff have to go for you to say, I'm done? That's enough. You know? It's a good question. And at what point are you doing damage to, you know, your future? Your retirement, your ability, right, to have a future, right? So, say this stuff goes down to $0.00, right? Say they find tomorrow a replacement for silver in all the electronics. Say everybody hates Franz Josef, and they won't ever buy this coin from you because screw you. You have Franz Josef coins. No one has to deal with that. Well, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna get in the corner and cry? Are you gonna take a bath using all your treasure? Take them out of the flip, store them in the tub, and just go crazy on it? Yeah? Maybe I don't know, gargle it like marbles in your mouth? I mean, I don't know. You tell me in the comments. But at what point does it just become masochism, right? At what point is it masochistic to even look at silver anymore? Or gold, or any of these other things. Copper. I mean, why would you ever want to own copper? I mean, or aluminum, right? When could that ever be valuable? You know. So yeah, I mean, I guess what I'm saying. What are you stacking? Why are you stacking it? You know, should you be stacking it? These are the questions. These are the comments. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. Have an amazing day. And if you enjoyed the content, like, share, subscribe, phone a friend, right? And if you hated it, let me know in the comments how we can improve your experience here today at the, Pimp Palace here, and see what kind of fun content we can make that would actually please your very astute and distinguished tastes. Yeah? All right. Anyway, I want you to take care. Find all the collectibles of your dreams while you're awake. And if you don't find it, you cannot blame me because I tried to show it to you. I try so often to show it to you guys. I'm like a flasher. I'm trying to show you stuff so much. So please look, like, comment, share, and beware. Or don't beware. Buy it all. I don't know. You tell me.